Hi everybody, Jeff at Cuttermasters. Today we're going to show you how to true up your resin bond CBN or diamond wheel using our spindle mounted silicon carbide truing device. We've designed this so that you can just chuck it in the collar. You don't have to break your setup or anything. Generally people try to keep the wheel running true and have a nice sharp corner on the wheel, so this will help you do that. To mount the wheel, just center the air spindle on the table and make sure it's zero. Make sure it's lined up pretty straight so that your wheel feeds straight past the other wheel. Lock the collars. Put a 3/8 collet in and mount the truing wheel. Generally you want these things, they never come in round, so when you first use them you got to go really carefully, run your wheel at your grinding wheel at low speed, less than 1,000 RPM. You want to just pick it up until this thing actually becomes more true. You've got to wear both wheels off a little bit to get them square. So if you want to adjust the tension, this has been designed with soft races in it so that it acts like a dynamic brake. To adjust the tension, use a 732 Allen wrench, and there's a nylock back here which is 9/16. If you want more tension so it freewheels less, just tighten the nylock. Generally you want it so it's just not quite free, because you want to make sure it rotates with it. So that's pretty good. Now on the Journeyman, the benefit of the Journeyman is that you can index the motor from side to side. So we want a sharp corner, so we're going to rotate the motor just a little bit this way, usually between 5 and 10 degrees, and we'll bring it up until it's touching, and then we'll back it away, give that a spin. In this case we have the motor set to level. You can the process is that this wheel wears away by scuffing on the silicon carbide wheel, and the diamond or CBN media gets shed and you get to carve the resin down to a plane. So we'll once again set your motor maybe 1,000 RPM, you want it rotating down. I've got it backed away. You want to rotate this wheel a little bit because they're usually not round, and then just bring your motor in slowly. And then when it comes in, it's going to bite. So once it bites and starts to rotate, we're just going to feed it past. And then usually it's only a 1/2 thousandth or so to get it to engage, so it's a fairly careful process bringing it in. So just get it in so it's close. Give it a spin. You want to make sure you keep your finger well out of the way when you're trying to see if this is going to contact. We've already trued this wheel up to some extent, so it's getting pretty close. Okay, so now I'm going to bring it until the wheel makes contact, and then we're going to run it past and square this face up, and it should give us a nice pointed corner. So remember, go in nice and careful till you get this wheel nice and true, but generally speaking, you don't have to grind this true to finish this process. This has already taken that surface off that, and we now have a nice sharp corner.